But first, the DOJ, the FBI, they need your help. They simply want you to close your eyes, cover your ears, and trust them completely, unquestionably, blindly. As we speak, they are attempting to block the release of the affidavit that was used to search President Trump's home. They don't want you to know exactly why they went in. They don't want you to know exactly why they went in. And for the first time in history, they want to hide the justification for their judge shop, Trump-hating, Obama-loving, not approved by the Senate magistrate. They just want you to trust them. Now, of course, Democrats, the mob, the media, they're more than happy to oblige. In fact, many so-called journalists are eager to publish information from government sources, anonymous as they always are, no questions asked. For example, just yesterday, CBS News, their top anchor, Norah O'Donnell, issued this tweet. According to a DOJ official, the FBI is not in possession of former President Trump's passports. Trump had accused the FBI of stealing his 3 passports, 2 expired, during the search of his home in Mar-a-Lago in Palm Beach. That was fake news. The FBI did, in fact, seize the president's passports. Now, Norah O'Donnell got played by the federal government. You would think she'd want to get the truth out there. But anyway, she doesn't really seem to care, as per usual with the mainstream media mob. And, like everyone else, she's a liberal Democrat who probably hates Donald Trump. It's not hard to spot these days. And after all, as Reason.com pointed out, quote, Democrats, they don't trust the police, right? Democrats don't trust them. They want to defund, dismantle, no bail laws. But what, now they trust the FBI, providing that they only target Donald Trump. And by the way, they more than doubled the number of IRS agents to harass all of you. It's a pretty amazing bill. They say we're not going to raise taxes on people making $400,000 a year. That bill raises taxes on every American because of the gas, oil, and coal tax, and then the business tax, and then the small business tax. You'll be paying for all of it. So while they're breaking the promise, now they're promising that if you make below $400,000 a year, you're never going to get an audit. I'm not believing that either. Just like I never believed keep your doctor, keep your plan, and save money. Now, without a doubt, in the past 6 years, targeting Donald Trump has been a top priority for the FBI, especially the upper echelon. Now, the Bureau vehemently denies any and all accusations of political bias. We all know it's BS. Just so that we are clear here on this program, here's who they're asking us to trust. You want to trust Peter Strzok? One of the highest-ranking officials in the department. He was the lead investigator on the Bureau's most sensitive, high-level political cases. Today, he tweeted this, quote, why does Trump have 2 passports? The Russian passport, of course, is kept in a vault and only swapped out at third-country meets, so it can't be that one. Is that supposed to be funny? Is that like Hillary saying, what about the emails? It's pretty unhinged, this tinfoil hat conspiracy, and frankly, the rank arrogance of people like Strzok and Hillary Clinton, using a lie and a theory that he perpetrated on the country, a guy that was once tasked with investigating Donald Trump, and a guy that lied about Russia collusion. Peter Strzok was fired 3 years ago after an investigation uncovered a trove of anti-Trump texts and emails, including some from 2016, involving a specific plot to stop Donald Trump from ever having a chance to win. One from August 16th, a text from his FBI girlfriend, Lisa Page, reading, Trump's not going to ever become president, right? And Strzok responds, quote, no, he's not. We will stop it. That was on August 8th. A week later, he texted, quote, I want to believe that the path that you threw out for consideration in Andy, I assume Andy McCabe's office, that there's no way that he gets elected. But I'm afraid we can't take that risk. It's like an insurance policy in the unlikely event you die before 40. So we'll stop it, and we have an insurance policy. Wow. Talk about an effort to smear Donald Trump in the unlikely event that he actually is liked by the American people, will prevent him from taking office. Now, this brings us, by the way, to Peter Strzok's former boss. And that's former FBI Deputy Director Andy McCabe, who was fired from the Bureau for lying and leaking. McCabe has since apologized for his behavior, too little, too late, but is now gainfully employed at fake news CNN, where he's regularly trashing Donald Trump and every other conservative and Republican he can. And then there's Strzok's secret girlfriend, top FBI attorney Lisa Page. Well, she departed the FBI and now regularly trashes Trump as an employee of NBC at MSDNC. And all told, 10 former DOJ and FBI officials now work for fake news CNN or MSDNC. These are the two networks dedicated to smearing, slandering, besmirching Donald Trump and every other conservative in the country. But we're just supposed to believe there's no political bias and believe the FBI and believe the DOJ. Even after the Russia hoax, the Alpha Bank hoax, the Hillary dirty dossier hoax, the FISA abuse, Mueller's, 2-plus-year witch hunt, the move to label angry parents at school board meetings as domestic terrorists, the willingness to not prosecute rioters from the summer of 2020, and many of those people lying to us saying, oh, they're not really riots. They're mostly peaceful. The ones that are killing dozens of Americans, hurting thousands of cops, and destroying billions in property damage. Sure, they're mostly peaceful. And let's not forget the early morning raids on Paul Manafort and Roger Stone, and now Donald Trump himself. Now, remind me, how many Biden associates have been raided because of the blatant crimes uncovered on Hunter Biden's hard drive that the FBI has had for nearly 2 years? How many Clinton associates were thrown in shackles after she mishandled top-secret classified information, likely hacked by our enemies, foreign countries, and obstructed justice? How many Democrats have gone to jail because of process crimes? Can you name a single one? Again, let me be clear. I respect FBI rank-and-file special agents who do the work that protect and serve all of this country. They do the right thing. I have zero respect for the upper echelon of the FBI, and I certainly don't trust any of them, and they have earned all of our distrust. They leak, they lie, and they have turned America's premier law enforcement body into a wing of the Democratic Party. Make no mistake, violence against any member of law enforcement is unacceptable. They try to say any criticism, well, you must be advocating violence. No, we're not. Just the opposite. Any threats of any violence towards any law enforcement must be dealt with. They must be protected. And we must do everything we can to find these people and put them in jail where they belong. Just like Merrick Garland ought to be enforcing the law, and he ought to stop the doxing of Supreme Court justices and the protesting and the harassment and intimidation in front of their homes. And by the way, if you look at oversight, that begins in less than 3 months with the midterm elections. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.